Good morning, Oni-chan, Mounting Fisty. Hi. Welcome. Good morning, Luxife. Thank you for calling me Maple. Trying a new setup today slightly. I realized that one of the things that keeps making streaming difficult is that I don't have a good desk setup for my stream. So every day it's like reinventing the wheel. Good morning, Exisip. How have you been lately? Good morning, the consultant 427. Good morning, Masenko. Okay, sweet. Good morning, Eggy Goka. Thank you for calling me queen. If you don't want me to watch, ban me. Eggy Goka, you want me to ban you? Mounting Sheeple, mounting Master Protos, and mounting the Fortunate Son. I don't follow instructions, Maple. That's okay, neither do I, apparently. Commanding Success. Commanding Izuku. Commanding a random passerby. Huh. Meow, meow, meow. Today was a day. Another stream started while I'm in the bathroom. Oh, good luck in there. Don't fall in. No. You have mandatory vacation because you were working too many hours? Oh, I hope you can enjoy your vacation. Wow. Take a nice break and whatever. Good morning, Rise Up 420 God. How are you today? I feel really awkward right now, by the way. I guess I didn't need to say that, but I'm saying it anyway. I'm sorry for yesterday's stream, kind of. More sorry to myself than I am to you guys. Because, like, I want my stream to be fun for me to rewatch. I've been really pushing myself to, get these VODs uploaded. But a lot of times it's a pain listening to myself. But today, today I hit on some really funny episodes. So, I mean, they were funny to me anyway. Mounting All Night. Mounting Kanan. I hope you're doing better today. Mounting Accentique. Thank you for calling me Dad. You can also call me Daddy. Thank you for asking, Oni-chan. You can try to make a suggestion. Sure. I'll watch what I want. Thanks. Okay, Unnamed Blade. Been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. No longer allowed to stay longer than 12 hours at work from now on. Well, Exisip, you could always get a second job. You can get another job then. Aw, what a sweetheart. Thank you for saying that. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I feel awkward, uncomfortable. My voice is like honey for morning tea. I'm scared. Yeah, I can't say. Oh, good morning, LDTGX. I can't say that anything is better, but. Crashed on whispers since at extreme. People don't know what anime outlaw star is. Oh no! Well, you gotta teach us about it then. Not allowed to have another job as part of my contract? Your company owns you then. Good morning, Brimgash. How are you? Thank you for thanking me for the streams. Hi honey, I'm dad. Thank you, Oni-chan, for the idea. I will consider it. I'm still like a month behind, so yeah. I end up kind of doing that by default. Where like some of them are so bad that I just can't listen and I go to the next one. But sorry, my thoughts are a little bit fragmented as per usual. Good morning, Lisa Kate. How are you? Before I got on here, I was a little bit. How do I get this off my chest? I'll just come out and say it. What the heck is with these? What is with the open racism on the internet now? Like, wait. Uh, are people online real people? Are they real? Like, I was on Twitter because I was trying to get the waifus that I wanted for today, and I came across some VTuber drama with Elfin Psyop and Riri Gaki. You know, whatever. I won't get into it because it's really none of my business and I don't care. But there was like Elfin Psyop just openly like no. I don't get it. I don't really get it. I don't get it. It's like people celebrating Nazism and bigotry. It's very. It startled me. And it's not like I'm new to the internet. I know there's places where stuff like that happens, but it seems a lot more open. Yeah, so Success says, have you not seen Xbox lobbies of a bygone era? No, I have never used Xbox lobbies before. But I'm not saying there hasn't been racism. I'm just saying it's like more open than I saw. Or more open than I remember in like places where I don't remember it being. I don't know if that's making sense. The whole world, there will always be people who are racist. There will always be that, but yeah, it's weird. She's a mixed race woman, but a hardcore racist for some reason. She's always been a bit weird. That's true. Some people are racist for fun. I see. Commanding error for you. Commanding Haraganami today. Can't tell me what to do. Oh man, sorry. I was feeling shy. Twitter is one of the worst up there with Blue Sky. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen worse on Mastodon. Didn't it start when our president got reelected? I don't know when it started. I think I've been asleep. When Elon bought X and other platforms were forced to get much less ban happy. I see. Government is not enforcing censorship, so platforms are a bit more lax unless you criticize a specific group of person. Ah, mm, white supremacy is being carried by non-whites in a lot of places for some reason. Random passerby. It's not some vague reason. I mean, anyway, I won't go there. I won't go there. I don't I don't want to go there cuz genuinely because I'm afraid of exposing my ignorance. But I do think that like I've been thinking a lot today. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. So please give me a moment to get my thoughts out. But on the one hand, I want to believe that people have autonomy, agency, and something like free will. But on the other hand, I also think that isn't it impossible to not be influenced by things in life, right? I'm not saying is it impossible to be influenced by everything, right? I think we're not influenced by everything in our environment or everything we expose ourselves to. But whenever especially with things that we already like, or things that we already come to believe or have a bias towards. More and more exposure can make us like, or it can make us get deeper into certain beliefs. Yeah. We're not immune to propaganda. You can still resist it. Yeah, thank you, Oni-chan. That's kind of what I'm talking about or thinking about today. Because, like, I still haven't gathered all my thoughts on this, by the way. mm, but it's something like, uh, yeah, I'm wondering about media, whether it's social media or like Hollywood or whatever kind of media, anime or books. Is it bad to be influenced? Isn't that the same as adaptation? Well, I'm not saying that it's bad, but um I don't think being influenced in and of itself has to have a negative or positive connotation. I'm just I guess I underestimated its pervasiveness. Okay, let's talk about, let me be a little bit more specific. It's not bad to be influenced because you said it's how we learn of ourselves in a community. If propaganda is anything that influences our taste, you can't resist all of it. So we can go from something as small as product placement on a television show, okay? You're watching a show and they're drinking Coke, right? They may not mention it. You might not even like see the label or the logo, but there might be some like subversive uh influence there. And then that's just Coke, but there could be like so many things, right? It could be fashion, it can be the music that you like, the way like the way you dress, the way you present yourself, what you get into, right? But yeah, I feel like it spans so many things, and at some point we have to make like choices. But anyway, um I'm also thinking about this because of like what Oni-chan said, like with censorship and removing censorship. It's funny how both things are happening at the same time, right? It's funny how certain things are being uncensored while at the same time there's a very definite increase in the push for digital ID and surveillance that will push towards self-censorship. So instead of big tech or whatever being right wing or left wing and then censoring ideas that they disagree with, whatever, um, when people are no longer anonymous, they they may choose to self censor in certain way, maybe. But then I don't know. I was lamenting that on my walk today because I think I think we all, actually, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about anyone else. I will say for myself. I have a self, right? I have a person. There's Moon, the character. There's me, the person. But there's how I am to other people, like in public, how I am in front of family, and there's me when I'm alone, right? And when I'm alone and I'm private, I think I'm a very different person than like when I know I'm being watched, right? Yeah, two sides of many sides, code switching, whatever you want to call it. And I think yeah, the I the belief that there's anonymity online allows people to let down some guards and express themselves more fully online, and we get to see a peek behind the curtain, right? There are things I'll say on here in front of you that I wouldn't say in front of my own parents, right? My parents can't handle my swearing. Exactly, right? Things like that. So then I'm like, okay, but when we remove that, when we remove the privacy, when we remove anonymity, won't that disappear? I think that'll disappear. Not completely, but, you know. There's a conspiracy in the UK. They're radicalizing the masses, making it illegal for them to criticize, so they get jailed, remove silence if they do. Right? It's actually insane that it's happening on all fronts. Temporarily disabled sponsor block. It's hard to live like that. Yeah, Egigoka, it's in everything. All of the sponsors and the ads. People want to control words because that's how you control thought. That's a good quote, Misty. Maybe that's why privacy is important. This is exactly what my friend said on our FF14 raid Discord today about keyboard kitties being racist. And maybe that's expression. Maybe that's self-expression. We people are unreliable unless we can relate. Bobby dude, I'm sick of meowing to you. And I know I can't make you my therapist, but I don't know. We're just having a chat. It's not that serious. Mostly talk the same online and in real life. Even when I visit my parents, I prefer to be unfiltered. Oh, I'm happy for you, the fortunate son. I'm happy for you that you can be your authentic self no matter where you are. I will promise you that I can't. I definitely can't. UK is cooked, Spain, France, Germany, the West has fallen. Okay, Exisip, can we talk about that a little bit more? What does it mean when a country is cooked, and what makes the West fallen, and how is that different from the East or other places? Because I can't tell anymore. Doesn't it feel like there are so many negative headlines? It's as if everywhere, all the time, is falling apart completely, like consistently, repeatedly, all of the time. ah, I don't know if I'm more or less open online. I definitely active. You have more open parents or many arguments. Thought controls concerns. That's why free speech is important. They want to black pill you. Right, Ren? I'm trying to happy pill myself or whatever, but how does one get a grill big enough to bleep a country? I don't know what that means. Unnamed. I don't know what that means. Um, I don't know anything about. Oh yeah, the youth of today. Mesopotamia has fallen. People want to be safe and free. It's what type of safety do we need and we don't. US is the best country because we literally have the only free speech in the world. For now, right? Success. But if places like Michigan pass more laws, not just Michigan, I don't know why I'm singling them out. Florida, Texas, Illinois has a lot of places have been passing laws to increase surveillance and digital ID to protect the children. It's all about the children. Nobody's having kids. There are no children. And if there are, that's their parents' job. Let the parents protect them. I'm serious when I say this. Like, I don't know. Fuck them kids. like, do not ruin the internet for the children. Like, what? And it's not about that. That's it's a psyop, right? I shouldn't even respond to that part because we know that's not what it's really about. It's just they already are watching us, but they want to watch us more. And they want us to know that they're watching. Probably. Meow, meow, meow. Talk about us to your mom? My mom would shut down so quickly. It's not a yes and no. If you believe security over freedom, you don't deserve either. I agree with you, Success. I agree. I think that, yeah, like, it's cliche, but freedom isn't free, and that there's risks involved with freedom and liberty. That's true. You can't be perfectly secure and still have liberty. Those two things are antithetical, probably. There's probably some middle ground though. There's probably some middle ground where you get enough of each to feel like a fully actualized person. Texas disappoints me with the draconian laws, right? For a free state, law sure doesn't seem like it. It's like it's almost weird, right? It makes me wonder, like, who the hell are in the government? Like, who's in power? Because no actual Texan regular person that I've met is like, oh yeah, I want to be recorded everywhere I go, and I want VPNs to be banned. Although probably the average Texan doesn't know what a VPN is. Probably not just Texas, but in general, it's like I feel like it's still kind of a niche thing, even though they're getting more popular. Um, it's parents are doing a bad job, but Shippo, when has that been not the case, right? This is why I wanted to make a video on this because I feel like parents are like hyper, what do you call it? Protective? Hyper protective these days. Somehow. It's like 50-50, I don't know. Maybe not 50-50, 80-20? I can't keep up with chat today, there's so much talk, but I want to read today. Meow meow. Loss of freedom under the guise of improved security, right? Yeah. Crying for Texas. I agree. Good man in Lutzera. Or, yeah. Merchants have gotten into the government. The governor is licking their boots. Oh, I see. Europe is getting worse. What does that mean? That's why I want to move to the USA. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're going the same way, a lot of them. I would be curious when parents were historically the worst. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I wonder. I was a latchkey kid. I don't know what helicopter parents are like. Yeah. I want to show my ID before wanking off. Thank you very much. No, no, no. Absolutely not. I will just, I'll resort to creating my own. Crickets. I've done that before. You know, actually, I'm not going to say any more words. I don't want to say any more words. I'm not going to embarrass myself again. I've already said too much. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. That's not what I meant. uh, yeah. Oh, I think you missed it in chat. Okay. Uh, People have been criticizing different governments. Yep, I got the waifus for today. The Manning Darmari. It might be a big win for exhibitionists. But exhibitionists, you don't need everybody to show ID for that. If you want to, if you want to show off what you're jerking off to, you can still do that. You can do that. You could just like, yeah, make a Twitter account or whatever and post your real self and then the things that you like. You could do that. Nobody's stopping you. It's just don't force the rest of us to have to do it, perhaps. Oh, I've heard about some debanking and other types of manipulation, but yep. Anyway, I don't want to be worried about the world. Full 3D scan of your naked body. Thank you, Sheepo, for the 3D moon. Very, very cute. Very cute. I liked it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and start the stream. I don't know enough about world politics. I was just saying that, like, I went on a rabbit hole before starting the stream. That's all. I went down a rabbit hole. Meow. Hi. Okay. Good meowing, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moon. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, and anime on an everyday basis at 8 o'clock Universal. Yada 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 yada. Nothing ever changes. I keep coming back. I keep trying to quit. They don't let me quit. Just kidding. I won't quit. They boasted about being beacons of morality and humanity. Now their people are tired of taking care of everyone else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've noticed that. Yeah. Like, ah, man, we don't have to get into it too much, but it does feel like all of a sudden, does anyone else not notice the hypocrisy, right? Because it's like, oh, no more identity politics. Identity politics and wokeism is bad, right? You're more, everything's about this group and that group and whatever, whatever, whatever. But at the same time, there's like such a rise in nationalism and like in group, out group biases, whatever people define for themselves what the group is. Like, I see way more us versus them. It's us versus them. And it's never like all of the rest of us versus the trillionaires. The trillionaires like Elon Musk. It's always like the people against other regular people. And then also like um yeah, I won't get into it. I'm not saying you have to love immigration. I'm not saying that you can't like your own culture or whatever. Ah, this is what Western decline is. Okay. I think I'm also out of touch. I think I'm out of touch because um I've talked about this before, but I grew up in like a very diverse area that was like a melting pot, you know? I know those are like, ooh, scary bad words, but it genuinely was like that, but there wasn't like I feel like today it's like tiny cliques and groups, but not what do you call it? Not actual assimilation. But where I grew up there was assimilation. So yeah, like people might be different, have different backgrounds or races, but then everyone was like American. Like I don't know what else to say. So I'm like, but I guess that doesn't happen as much when I don't know. It's complicated anyway. Left will always insert their ideology in what they preach. Um, they shame you if you don't act right now. Yeah, I know, but the left is a big grift. I won't talk about that. Rich have always turned the poor against each other. That's true. Fortunate son, I've been seeing that in the history books. Yeah. Indentured servitude is easier to enforce when the proles aren't paying attention to the Lord shackling them. It's funny. It's like clockwork. They just keep doing it to us, right? And I think part of this political theater of like the new laws and stuff, I think it's part of that too. It's like, oh, let's threaten them with digital ID so they don't pay attention to how we're screwing the economy or whatever. Ah. So they don't pay attention how we're stealing their jobs with AI. Now, let them worry about their gooning material or something else. Anyway. You love your tribe, but also your country. Assimilate to the goals of your country. I agree with that too. I think, as long as there's immigration with assimilation, that should be okay, but it shouldn't be forced. And yeah, maybe there should be rules or whatever. There are too many immigrants to assimilate. They form groups of their own. Yes, exisip. That's what that you said it more eloquently. That is what I'm noticing now, which is different from what I'm thinking of, I think. Anyway, anyway, anyway. I did need to get these off my chest. It's not my fault. Again, blame Elfin Psyop for her hatred of what did she hates what did she say she hates? People of color or something. What a weird what a weird thing to say on the internet. It's really mean. Hail Palantir? No, never! We can't! I'm afraid of he who shall not be named. Anyway, no anime today because that's not a surprise. I haven't been watching anime lately. The question of the day. I think I asked you guys enough questions already. Thank you, Cloud Hugs, for saying hello. Good meowing. We'll do waifu wars and then I'll get the heck out of here. Why don't we do that? Okay. So for today's waifu wars, the reasons why I'm from the moon. Thank you for asking. The reason why I went down this rabbit hole is because of the theme today. It's not just any regular waifus. It's my waifu, my ultimate waifu, my Oshi, who I actually, unironically, desperately miss. And yes, it seems rich to like complain about racist VTubers when I have the Oshi that I have, but I still hold the belief that my Oshi was just misunderstood and she's not actually racist, but I'm not. I hope not. I don't think she is. Anyway, we have Gunpie, my beloved Gunpie, versus Maki. Mm. Wow, that's crazy. Fortunate son, I didn't know. I didn't know. Enjoy assassination class. That outranks the hero class. I don't know what that is, but it sounds. Oh wait, I think I've seen it before. Assassination class. Yeah, I've seen the manga. Meow meow. I can fix her. We can get in trouble with one teehee. Cute art. Yep, it's the one with the yellow alien thing. Yeah, so we have Gunpie, who's a dog girl angel. I think. I don't know. I don't know. She's just a dog girl. And then we have Maki, who is she's like a scientist who studies bears. So she's like lathered in honey. Her hair is covered in honey. Don't know who either person is. Kanan, these are my Oshis. This is my Oshi's original version, and then she reincarnated. Brown honey? Yep, it's brown. It should be a little bit lighter, but whatever. You know, sometimes artists do what they do. Okay, good night. Cloud Hugs, thank you for the follow. Have a good one. Sounds sticky. Communism is probably the worst of the three. Wait. What were the other two? So, we could talk about this too a little bit. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I do think capitalism changed the game, it changed everything. But the problem with capitalism isn't capitalism, it's monopolies. Monopolies are the problem. Monopolies are the biggest problem, you know? Um and I feel like I don't know, I guess I got to learn more. Yeah, I feel like free market um that have competition should be the ideal. But instead, what we have is, we have some company makes a bunch of money, and then they're like, oh, we made so much money in this sector. Let's just buy up all the competition, and then let's buy up the other sectors and more sectors. And then the next thing you know, you have a company that sold computers and then software that owns games and also does philanthropy and like foreign aid work. Oh, also they're getting into buying data centers, and also they have their money dipped in healthcare or whatever, and they want to be in everything. They want to own like that's the thing about Elon Musk. A lot of people still see him as a god, right? But did we forget? Did we forget? What did we forget somewhere along the way that one person ruling it all is supposed to be like a villain story? You know? I thought Tesla was pretty cool, but like Tesla and X and the space stuff, like, and wants to be, it's like, I don't know, it gets to the point where it starts to be too much, in my opinion. Um and I don't believe it's because some few people just have much better ideas. I think it's literally just they want more money. I think it's greed. Tesla's overvalued. That's a possibility too. Nuclear reactors soon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, how can I ignore Grok and AI and all that? There's so many things. Who's gonna be the hero if Elon is the villain? I don't know where the hero is hiding. Are there any heroes anymore? I think instead of a hero, nobody is coming to save us, so we gotta save ourselves, and we do that by being together. I'll give you a quote and then I will leave. I went over time, sorry. So today's quote is influence luck, which is 2 words. It's less of a quote, it's just like words. But I don't know, I saw it, it inspired me, I liked it, so I wanted to share it with you. Whether that means you're playing a game, maybe you're playing a video game that has RNG. You could always learn to hack so that you could have better RNG. Like, oh, you know how I was playing that egg game, guys? I was playing this egg game on my phone. I know, mobile phone. Mobile phone games are cancer, but anyway, um, my internet dropped for a second and it like switched between my regular internet and my phone's like whatever 5G blah 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 blah. And I duped an item, guys. I duped an item. So now and then and someone freaking reported it. Someone fucking reported that this is a thing that could happen. So the devs they patched in something to like fix it, but I had a loadout saved, so I still have my item dupe. Like, so now if I like make a new thingy, if I move it around, if I move the item around, one of them disappears. But if I use the old loadout, I get two, I still have two. It's not Moko, it's another game. Anyway, hi, yes, waste tea. Also, if you are a VTuber or content creator, don't stop posting. You gotta keep posting, you gotta keep going live because you can't get lucky if you don't show up. So influence your luck and don't give up. I don't have any advice for anyone else. That's it. I gotta go bye. Stream is over. Um I'm from the moon. Thank you for asking. I'm from the 14th moon. I love you. Thank you guys for talking to me, chatting with me, and being lovely people in general. Sometimes the internet really scares me, but stream is always much better than the rest of it. I'll be back tomorrow with what the heck is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Oh my god, I'm panicking. It's Thursday. Therapy Thursday? Maybe I'll do a role play because I haven't done one in a while. Let's do an awkward role play tomorrow. I hope you have an excellent rest of your hump day. Goodbye. 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 Yes, we've made our own internet ghetto right here. Bye.